What's going on, guys? Coach Andrew and Coach Kaylee here from Prodigy Fitness, and today we have 3 stretches to unlock your hips. Right? We sit all too often and our hips get tight, our lower back starts to hurt. So we want to provide you guys 3 stretches that you can use while you're watching TV, while you're taking a break from work, whatever it may be, to help kind of loosen up those hips. All right? So the first one we have is what we call our seated 90-90 stretch. Coach Kaylee is going to put her foot on her knee, right? Keeping her back nice and flat, and she's going to lean forward, right? We want to make sure that your back is staying nice and straight while you're doing this so that the motion is happening at the hips. One mistake that we see all the time is that people bend at their back, and then the motion's happening at the back instead of the hips, okay? A couple of times on each side, hold it for a couple of seconds. You can make it dynamic by kind of moving in and out. You'll find that one hip is probably going to be a little bit tighter than the other, all right? And then if you're not really feeling much of a stretch, one thing that you can do is you can actually take this right hand, you can push that knee down as you're going, and you're going to feel that stretch a little bit more, all right? So our first stretch is our seated 90-90 stretch, okay? So another area that we see quite often that's really tight is the hip flexor, right? So we have a couch stretch, right? We're calling this a couch stretch. So you can do this while you're hanging out watching TV. So Coach Kaylee's got her foot on a couch, or obviously we're on a bench here. She's feeling a really good stretch here in the front of that hip, right? So we can play with the intensity on this one with a couple of things. You can take a pillow, right? And you can put a pillow under your knee if that's something that you can't get all the way down with. Right? The other thing that we can do is Coach Kaylee could actually move in front, right, and decrease the stretch, right, by putting her body out in front of her a little bit. All right, so similar, 3 to 5 seconds on each stretch, okay, on each side as we move forward, okay. And then our last stretch is going to be one for the hamstrings, right? This is often one we get all the time. I got really tight hamstrings, so. You can use a door jamb. You can use, maybe a couch or whatever to hold that foot up, okay? And what you're going to do is Coach Kaylee is going to slowly lower out her free leg, right? And as she does that, she's going to feel a really good stretch in the leg that's up against the door. One thing that we really want to focus on while we're doing this is keeping that back flat to the ground. So if you can't keep the back flat to the ground, one thing that you can do is actually slide away from the wall a little bit. So instead of your foot being straight up and down, your leg being straight up and down, your leg is actually going to be out at more of like a 45-degree angle. All right? So similar, as you guys can see with Coach Hayes, go nice and slow, controlled. We want 3 to 5 stretches on each side, okay? If you have really tight hips, right, doing this routine at least once a day, maybe twice a day, will absolutely help you start feeling a little bit better. All right, guys, so there you have it, 3 stretches to unlock those hips. If your back's a little cranky, you feel like your hips are a little tight, give those 3 stretches a try. All right? We'll see you guys next week.